Good morning, millennials. Wow, it feels good to say that again. Am I right, Jax?
Totally. I've been saying it for a week straight, my friend.
With strangers. How are you?
With non-millennials. I'm good. I'm glad to have you back, sis.
Thank you for holding down the fort. It is not an easy job just manning these chairs.
It was not an easy job. We do it for the love of the toast. It was an interesting week with a lot of interesting, diverse characters.
We strayed from our usual suspects, our usual cast of characters. How would you say it went?
I think it went really well. I think,
Who was your favorite?
Justin was my favorite. What an honor to host with just such a legend.
With a fellow host.
With a fellow host, a legend, like an icon in the making. It didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed it. And then, obviously, the Snitch and Ben
was a nice addition.
Were great. Ben's episode was really funny. We were just being so stupid. And then
Classic Ben.
Louise
being
and Jared
stupid.
Were just a different flavor, and I loved it.
Who's Jared? Oh, Jared Fried. I thought Louise and Jared, they were like a duo, like Beyonce and Jay-Z, Louise and Jared.
Yeah, they were great. And
did you bury the hatchet? Did you address the hatchet?
I addressed the hatchet. Also, I'd never met him before. I didn't really watch the episode he was on, so I didn't know what the beef was. And then when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, so we made a fat joke about Kelly Clarkson. Big deal.
Not in this house. You don't. First of all,
but in this house where we're all about second chances, we've said so much dumb shit, and we're just gonna roast someone.
No, we're not roasting. We let him back in for a second chance, but we have to make it clear why we didn't like the joke. One, you can't call girls fat. Two, especially not Kelly.
Being a little sensitive,
especially not Kelly Clarkson.
I agree. We only respect Kelly Clarkson in this
house.
And
as we always say, there's a special place in hell for boys who call girls fat.
I guess we were just.
But those in glass houses, I agree.
We were being a little sensitive
and hypocritical,
and that's so not like us.
I couldn't agree more.
Because we make fun of those who are so sensitive.
I think I was just wanting to start drama. You know me.
Okay, great. That's the real reason.
We had a lot of dicks on this stage.
Yep, and now we have the biggest one.
Jackie, we didn't do anything. April Fools for you guys because it's stupid.
Because we're not annoying.
Yeah, no, because we value your time. We know you guys have busy lives. Some of you may be at work. Some of you may be at home breastfeeding your newborn child. And we just don't like to take that airtime and take advantage of it. Because I think people at FabFitFun who do that are stupid.
Yeah, and I can just see in the room at work, back in February, they were like, okay, team, who has the best idea for April Fools? And everyone spins their wheels trying to think of something. And then they pick the worst idea and that person feels great and everyone else feels like shit. And you know what? I'm just not interessant.
I couldn't agree more.
I remember when I worked for corporate America back in December, they were like, okay, we need a really great April Fool's prank. And it was but it can't be too crazy because we don't want people to get excited. And it can't be this. I'm like.
Right, so I had thought about two things maybe I was gonna do on my Instagram. One, me and Ben are pregnant, even though I was getting blackout drunk 2 days ago and everyone saw, so obviously not.
But also, that's not a good one because then it's you get people's hopes up and then they're disappointed that it's not true.
Terrible, bad
luck.
Karma,
agreed.
Oh my God, never.
I was thinking this through as well.
Right, so then I was like, okay. Maybe I'll pretend I got a Netflix special. But then that's sad because I really want one.
Right, exactly. So it has to be something that's unbelievably benign or people will be relieved when they find out it's not true.
And also I thought millennials, they know already. It's no, you can't fool anyone.
I woke up from a long text from Dana. I'm like, oh, it's April 1st.
Right.
I had a good one not a good, actually it's a bad one, but it was one for the toast that was benign enough that we were going to announce that we were no longer live streaming on YouTube, no longer going to be a podcast, that we were going to be exclusively on Twitch.
Oh my God. Honestly,
random
that would have been a good experiment to see how people would react.
Random enough.
But weird. Not bad luck.
Right.
That's the thing, it's if you joke about things that you actually want to happen, it's I have 3 career goals in the next 5 years. And if I joke about them happening, they're not going to come.
Right. So that's
I don't want to say them out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that. No kidding.
Pregnant, special.
Yeah. Career goals.
The baby is content.
That's true.
Look at Theo.
No, Netflix special.
He's punching above his weight these days.
Be nice.
No, I didn't mean like that.
Oh, what does that mean? I think he calls him fat.
He's really
You can't call Kelly Clarkson fat. You can't call Theo fat.
I know I've been calling him fat, but that wasn't me calling him fat. I meant it he's bringing home the bacon.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Because he's so fat.
Netflix special, or you know what? Not even a special. I would take Hulu. I would take Vudu. At this point, I would take Pornhub. Okay, that. Number 2, big time media partner for the toast. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking really a Hulu there. I think that would be the greatest platform for us.
Okay.
Because we've been bashing Netflix, as a platform. And then my 3rd is one I don't want to say because I think it's coming true.
Ooh, I don't know if I know what it is.
I told you last night.
Oh, right.
That was a
I
real
feel like
one.
that falls under one of the other pillars.
No, that has been my goal for a long time, and it was a 5-year goal, and it's happening in 2. I can't.
That's exciting.
I'll tell you guys soon.
later. Not on April Fool's, because
then you'll think I'm joking.
Yeah, everyone just has to hunker down for the rest of the day.
But you know what?
Also,
You know
I saw something crazy.
Wait, before you do, I just want to just...
It's back to April Fool's.
No,
but we're on April Fool's.
Mine's about goals.
Okay.
You know what? Because the toasters like really like helps me understand, like, because they all mood board and stuff. Like when you say your goals, or like you at least just like formulate goals, it makes it easier for them to like happen. Do you know what I mean? And then like I feel like I've never had like actual like tangible goals, being like I want this to happen in 5 years. But now like in the past year, I've really like started to set goals for myself, and I feel like they have a better chance of coming true because now I have them.
Right. Because if you don't have goals, they can't come true. It's kind of like the 11/11 wish. And why I started wishing for tangible items like a Gucci bag, which really, it didn't start as a materialistic thing. It was like to see if 11/11 was a real thing and
manifest destiny.
True. It's like if you made a birthday wish, like I hope that in 5 minutes I get something, and if you get it, then birthday wishes are real. And if you don't, then they're not. April Fools. What did I see? A few days ago, Huda Beauty posted that they were launching fake eyelashes for pets. And they were like, if you want them, like join our wait list here. And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a April Fool's joke that they launch, either they press the go early, or they're like starting early,
or they
to
don't
get in the spirit of
or
April
no,
Fool's.
Because if you do it on April 1st, like no one will believe you. So maybe
but
if you
that's
do
the point, like
right.
Okay,
so
I'm waiting for them.
Oh,
to say.
No, that has to be fake.
That has to be fake.
It has to be. That's like borderline like unethical.
Criminal, but it's like this isn't like Christmas where there's a lead up to April Fool's and like the 25 days of April Fool's. It's like you get April Fool's, you should say your piece. People will probably think you're kidding because it's April Fool's, but that's what's healthy.
Right, because if it's like a little before, a little after, it's like the whole year is April Fool's.
Can't.
No, that's so stupid.
I
right.
can't. Like if Hallmark has the 13 days of April Fools.
By the way, Olivia Culpo was doing a Huda Beauty. It's hard to say Huda Beauty because you want to say Huda Booty.
Or Huda Beauty.
Yeah, like, because it's opposite uses of the word, the letter U. Huda Beauty. They're doing a collab with Olivia Culpo.
I know.
Are you going to buy it?
No, because I don't wear fake lashes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The lash business is money. Like, we got to get into lashes.
I know, but I just said I don't use
I know, but Lily Lashes.
I know.
She's like a billionaire from lashes.
Good for her. Wasn't she already one?
Oh, yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah, totally.
So what's what,
So what else did we need to recap? We had Ben's birthday this weekend, which was just a jolly good time. We hosted it at the Langham Hotel, which did you know used to be the Setai? I didn't know that.
I knew that because Olivia was telling us at dinner where we went before.
Olivia's such a historian. Like,
well, she used to work there, and she was talking about taking the employee entrance. I was like, how is this related to the story?
Right, no, Olivia's a special kind of person. Where I think she gets it from me, where she can make anything about her, and I respect that.
No, it was quite interesting though. And then I was like, satay, like chicken satay.
Right.
And then I thought that's a weird name for a hotel.
Well, it's chicken satay.
Oh.
Well, I put it out into the universe last week on the toast that I needed some help planning Ben's birthday party, and this amazing toaster, Michelle, helped me out, so thanks. And it was really a good time. I was out till 6 a.m. My thighs are so sore. Like, literally, I did not get out of bed one time yesterday except to pee. And I woke up and I ordered a bagel.
Okay.
And then as I was finishing the bagel, I knew, like, I needed more, so I ordered Serafina. And after the Serafina came, I fell asleep for 2 hours, woke up and ordered McDonald's. It was a really good day.
That's really good. I had such trouble ordering a bagel yesterday. Like, I was ordering a smoked salmon, like nothing crazy, and I had to choose 13. Like the Postmates was broken, where it was like I couldn't place the order without choosing 13 sides. Like that was the minimum, was 13. So I wound up ordering from like a horrible bagel place called Zucker's.
I never heard of it.
You've probably seen it on Postmates.
No, I ordered from Jumbo, the best.
I tried, but it said not available. I don't know.
I ordered yesterday from Jumbo.
It must have been a weird time, or maybe they weren't delivering to my location yesterday. Whatever.
They're so good.
I wasn't having a success, And then I ordered ice cream for dinner. It was a lot better. I was inspired by Snitch's McFlurry.
Well, Snitch's McFlurry was inspired by my McDonald's order.
I guess I wouldn't have had what I had without yours.
There I go again, making everything about myself.
How's Theo?
Theo's good. He really missed me while I was away. I was away for such a long time, even though when I got home I realized it was only a week, and I've probably been away for longer, but this week felt really hard because Margot's always with me. And just like Christ, you're never alone when you're with Margot. And I guess I don't feel as homesick when I'm with Mags because she just like reminds me of home. I don't know, and like I'm not alone. But everyone knows my crippling fear is being alone in a hotel room and just like being alone in general. And I was alone a lot this week, and it was really hard. And like I had the longest days ever. Like I was up at 6 a.m. doing like morning shows, and then working on my special secret project, and then driving to my shows. And I didn't realize like when I stayed in LA and my shows were in Irvine, that's like staying in Manhattan having a show in the Hamptons.
Whoa.
Yeah. So It was really long drives, like late at night, all by myself. Like it was really just like torturous. And I literally got home and gave Margot a raise. Like I guess I didn't realize how much she does, like for the actual show, but also like the morale.
Right.
And I really missed her. But the shows were great in Irvine and Brea. And I think I performed really well because like I had in my mind, I'm like, there's totally someone in the audience like who works for Netflix, like because they're like
Big time magazine editor.
Yeah, and I just like when I was
big time streaming service editor.
I was performing under the influence of like there being a big time magazine editor in the audience, and I think it really helped my performance. Obviously, there wasn't a big time magazine editor, but I think that was like a good mindset to be in.
For sure.
And I got to meet so many prime toasters. I met Ali Mohajer.
Was he everything?
He was everything. He was like really running. He ran the comedy club. Like when I got there, like he was the GM.
That's so funny. That's great.
Yeah, it was a good week, very productive, but super tired. I got to go on Daily Pop, which as we know is like our view. And it was really just a wonderful place, like very welcoming. Everyone was super nice. All like the camera guys, I think they're told to laugh because it definitely like increases like your vibe when like you say something funny and then people laugh.
Okay, they don't laugh at so much stuff though, so they're definitely like told you can laugh if need be. This isn't a silent show, but they don't just laugh to laugh.
Well, it felt really good.
I'm glad your segment was so funny.
It was such a good time.
You just blew Haley Duff out of the water.
Yeah, and you know, I was thinking of telling her, you know, how traumatized I was.
The toasters were wondering if you were going to tell her.
When I found out that she was the co-host that day, I found out like the day before, I thought a lot. I had to ponder because, I don't know, I just think that she deserves to know what her sister did to me when I was in middle school. But you know what? Her sister's, you know, attitude isn't her cross to bear.
Right, and it's like, if in 10 years someone told me you were mean to them at the Atlantis, I'd be like, why are you telling me?
No, I guess that's true. And maybe I was being sensitive too back then, but she really was mean to me and my friends. So I didn't say anything, but she was cool, yeah. I was very conscious to not have my back towards her because I think that's so rude, but I think I ended up doing that.
It was fine. It was all good.
It was just really cool to like be there. Oh my God, I saw Melanie Bromley. And I feel like she doesn't like us because we said that she only got so far because of her accent.
There's no way she saw us say that.
Really? Because she gave me the dirtiest look?
And if she did, then this show is huge.
This show is huge, and she gave me...
We've crossed the pond.
The dirtiest look, Jackie. I was like, oh, she knows. I saw Nina Parker too, and I was walking by her desk, and I was like, I fucking love you. And she was like, you too. There was like a mutual love and respect there. Melanie Bromley, not so much.
I understand. There's no way she knows. I would be shocked.
Well, prepare to be shocked.
I just don't think she's like toaster material.
No, I'm not saying she's a toaster, but maybe someone sent it to her. I'm constantly like blown away at how big this show is.
People like send people stuff just when we've only said something negative.
It's so
Send
annoying.
the positive, please. And
right.
Just forget about the negative.
Yeah, or maybe we just stop saying negative things.
No, but like,
we're trying.
That's what makes this show different.
That's what makes this show
real.
Yeah, no, she's definitely not a toaster, but she's seen some of our content for sure because she like from across the office.
She's definitely not a toaster. She's a crumpet.
She's definitely not a toaster. She's a scone.
Did you hear about Sneetch on the garlic bread?
What's that?
When Sneetch came on the toast, and the Italian camper was singing Sneetch on the garlic bread.
You are a freak.
Oh God, it was cracking me up.
Okay, are we all caught up?
I think so. We'll get into it. You know, the stories today are story-rific.
The stories today are bleak.
No, there were actually a lot of stories today.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one more thing that I went to Wisteria Lane. So there's a Universal Studios tour. Like anyone can go on it. They take you to the Alamo and all that bullshit. But Justin, like we had an hour between Daily Pop and I did his digital series, Just the Sip.
Oh, how did that go?
It was the best interview I've ever done. He came in before and he was like, I want to go deep, like, and talk about everything. And I was like, honestly, fine. I know I've been meaning to like do an interview to address like the cancellation of it all. And
I've been meaning to do it.
I've just been putting it off. But I just don't like when people like go through like a cancellation then pretend like it didn't happen. And that's what happens to Kevin Hart. Like he pretended it didn't happen and then like everyone was like, wait, it happened, and he didn't want to talk about it anymore. So I'm just of the mindset that I'm gonna start like just addressing it, I guess. I don't know. That's what people want to hear, you know?
Yeah.
So I did a really good interview with Justin, and like it was really emotional.
Did you drink?
There was a glass of rosé in front of me, but I had a Diet Coke like behind the scenes.
Because I asked him how he gets his guests to open up, and he gave us the keys.
That's what Andy does too. That's why everyone gets wasted on Watch Happens Live.
And then he opened you up, but it sounds like you didn't even drink. You just
no. But with Wisteria Lane, he took me on like a golf cart tour, which was nice because we didn't have to like you have to stay in that trailer thing that you do the Universal Studios tour in. And I was like, take me to Wisteria Lane. So he showed me all the bullshit, the Alamo, Will and Grace, whatever. And I'm like, just like take me to Wisteria Lane. Yeah, so they have the original set for the Alamo there, and it's also one of like the big attractions on the Universal Studios tour because they show you how they flooded the Alamo set in like 2 seconds because there's like these hoses coming out of the window. It's so stupid. Also, like, what's the Alamo?
Remember it though.
Yeah, no, I remember it. I just don't remember what happened. Sorry. So we went to Wisteria Lane, and it was truly one of the most magical, special moments of my life. And I didn't really realize like how affected I was by that show until I felt the way that I felt like driving onto Wisteria Lane. And the lane is very much intact. Bree's house was nowhere to be found. Justin said that like they literally pick up houses and move them and paint them different colors or shoot inside them just for like houses. So Bree's house could have been taken somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I saw Bob and Lee's, the Solis house. I didn't see Susan's, but I saw Lynette's. And that little like alcove cul-de-sac that they like had their parties in.
Oh yeah.
But what's so interesting is like in that little garden, whose house was there? Edie's, right? Yes.
She was at the end of the road.
Yeah, in the cul-de-sac, which is where the little garden was.
Okay.
But like on the set, it was a totally different house. It was just so interesting, and I really felt like special. Like I was like dying. And then I went to Gabby Solis' house, which is, dare I say, the most iconic of the houses and the most recognizable. And the door was open.
Just like her, the most iconic and most recognizable.
The door was open, but it smelled. She doesn't smell. It smelled really bad because I guess like it's uninhabited homes like for years.
Ew.
And it was really cool because they definitely filmed inside the house because the layout was totally the same. The stairs were on the right, the kitchen dining was on the left, but it was really amazing. Like I felt like I could die. Like I could have stayed there all day. And it was really just as beautiful. Like besides the smell, like it was green, lush, bright houses.
Was anyone there talking about bringing it back?
No, but there was a crew in one of the garages, I guess, filming, like just pretending to be another house. I saw Mike Delfino's house. They painted it. It was really cool.
It could use a paint job.
It was like, honestly, like it was, I think, better than being on Daily Pop, which was like our dream.
What? That's crazy.
It was really like iconic.
No, it looked it. What else is Rosewood there from Pretty Little Liars?
Well, no, but we were driving through these random towns, and I'm like, this looks so familiar. But they were using it right then and there for a town called like Sokoa or something. No, that's not right. But I'm like, why does this town square look so familiar? And I'm like, it looks like Heart of Dixie. And then someone told me that they filmed Heart of Dixie on that lot. So it was totally Heart of Dixie.
Oh, cool.
Like Bluebell, like, you know, where the shops are.
Snitch would have died. Are you caught up on Dynasty?
No, but I know I need to be.
Because I'm freaking out.
It's so crazy how little motivation I have to catch up on shows that are not reality.
No, I agree, except for Dynasty. Like, I don't have CW on YouTube TV. I can't watch it live. I can only watch it on Saturday morning, Dynasty. And I, like, count down. Like, I'm so obsessed with it. It's so good. I'm so shook by what's going on, and I just need to know.
I know, I haven't seen it.
Who was the photo?
Stop, la, 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 la. Stop. Okay. I believe we are all caught up now. And if you want, we can jump into the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Okay, first story is really sad. Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle killed in LA shooting. Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle reportedly was killed in a shooting outside his LA clothing store on Sunday. Sources told NBC News that 2 other people were shot as well, but survived. Hussle, 33, had sent out an ominous tweet just hours earlier saying, quote, "Having strong enemies is a blessing." Quote, "How ironic is this man," wrote one Twitter user in response. Hussle, an LA native, was nominated for Best Rap Album at this year's Grammy Awards for his debut studio album, Victory Lap. His clothing store is located in 3400 block of Slauson Avenue in Hyde Park. Police officials said the shooting happened around 3:20 p.m. local time. The gunman was still at large Sunday night. LAPD tweeted, "We have no suspect info at this time and will provide more details as they become available."
That's so sad. I didn't realize how many people knew him. Like Kim did an Instagram story. Everyone's really talking about him. I was unfamiliar with his work, but this is so sad because he left behind a wife and 2 kids.
So sad. Really, like, so sad, so senseless.
When are people going to stop shooting each other? That's just my question, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is very Tupac. Wait, who got shot? Biggie. By Tupac? I don't know. But, like, it's like, that was 50 years ago, and, like, it's still happening. Like, let's evolve, you guys.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Because, like, when you get shot, there's no way you could survive. Like,
but then, sometimes, it's like, you'll watch a show or hear a story, and it's like, but the person survived. And it's
right, like 2 other people survived.
Right. I guess it's just where you get shot.
Right.
And like, how far away.
Yeah. No, it's just the senseless violence that's constantly being perpetuated in our televisions and video games. And you know what? It's not good.
No.
It ain't good. I was in California. Oh my God, I went to get some socks. Just this random store. It's like an athletic. It was like a Foot Locker. They were selling guns.
What?
It was the weirdest thing. And the line was so long for checkout that they were like, the gun checkout can take you if you're paying credit card. And I like went to the gun checkout and I was just like freaking out.
Wait,
It was like a Modell's.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Is it legal to own guns like that in California?
I guess. It was honestly like the scariest thing ever. And I was like, I just didn't like it, like being in this confined space with all these strangers, like, and all these guns.
That is so crazy.
It was really like shocking. I don't know I'm not caught up on my laws, but I know in New York they're kind of strict. But like when I was in Chicago, I went to a Bulls game, and I guess you can carry a gun in Chicago. And on all the doors at the Bulls game, it was like, don't bring your weapons in. It's like the fact that you have to say that, like, that's my worst nightmare, being in an arena, you know?
Weapons, yeah.
I'm going to the next game tonight, by the way.
Oh, that's exciting.
For Ben's birthday. I really just, I don't know who I think I am, but the amount of money I've spent on Ben's birthday this far is out of control.
Oh, I thought you were just like cutting corners left and right.
No, I mean, still cutting corners. The party, I got a great discount because the girl was a toaster, but like still, so much money. The club afterwards, no discount there. And I was just being like drunk, like, yes, bring the bottle. She comes back, she's like, your card was declined.
Oh my God.
So we put on Ben's card, like literally.
So you didn't send it?
No, I paid it back.
True.
I wanted it to be like my money, just paying for it, because like it's his birthday, he shouldn't have to shell out $1. And then I got him floor seats to the Knicks tonight, which like I just feel like I should be able to get like someone to give me tickets, but like I hate asking for favors, you know? So I paid for them.
Were they really expensive?
No, but you know, little fucking StubHub. And their fees, they're out of control because the ticket prices weren't that crazy. But once I put them in my cart, the handling fees, the StubHub fees, it was a lot more than I expected.
Always.
That was bullshit.
I'm sorry to hear that. And then what'd you get him as a gift? Or the tickets the gift?
Well, I don't want to say because maybe he is watching.
There's no way he's watching.
Also, I didn't get him anything yet.
Yeah, but you'll just get
I'll
him.
figure it out.
Yeah, he's an easy man.
Also, keep Wednesday night open for dinner. He like forgot to text everyone, but I've been meaning to tell you.
Okay, I think I might have made a plan. Oh, I made a coffee plan. That's okay. Tomorrow night I have my cooking class.
Where?
The JCC. Well, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm going to be, but.
Oh God, yeah, everyone's gonna show up.
At one of the various JCCs.
And so, what are you gonna cook?
It's a culinary boot camp. It's a culinary boot camp every Tuesday for the next 3 weeks. In 3 weeks' time, I'm going to know how to cook.
Wait, is it too late to sign up?
I don't think so.
When is it, Tuesday?
The next 3 Tuesdays at 6:30 at the JCC.
Maybe I'll come.
I think that you should. I'll know how to cook in 3 weeks' time.
Okay, you're gonna be okay? Do you get to eat it afterwards? Is it at the JCC? Is it kosher?
I didn't sign up for kosher specific. So
no, but like, is the food you're making gonna be like a kosher chicken?
Probably not.
At the JCC?
I didn't inquire.
Wait, when I got into my Uber today, which
I
by the
wasn't
way,
allowed to make demands.
I've been now very conscious of my Uber, like I don't know what the word is, like characteristics, because of this horrible story that happened to the girl in the University of South Carolina who got into a car that wasn't her Uber and was dead the next day. And now I've been like getting in, being like, what's the name? Usually I'm like, is this for Claudia? No,
Yeah.
you tell me who this is for.
Yeah. I always check the license plate.
Me too.
And
you can never be too safe.
You can never be too safe. And I always look for the phone in the car that says Jackie. But I should just go up to the window and be like, who are you for, before I get in.
Right, I get in and it's too late. They're like, I'm like, is this for Claudia? They're like, no, you know, like.
Yeah.
But so I got in and there was the BBC radio playing, and usually I put in my AirPods, but the second I got in, they were talking about the Holocaust. I'm like, oh, what now? In Belarus, ready for this? They're building flats, us Americans say apartments. And when they broke ground, they found another mass grave. Like, imagine like so many people were killed that literally like 100 years later, like you're still finding bodies. In the first few days, they found 1,000 bodies with bullet holes in the skull.
Oh my God.
How terrible is that?
That's horrible.
And there are people who deny the Holocaust. Like, legit, come to my house and say that to my face. I'll fucking knock you out.
Good.
I got a new lip gloss. You say NYX or NYX?
I say NYX.
I say NYX, but I think that's
You're
wrong.
wearing Knicks at the Knicks game.
Oh my God, totally.
Okay.
This is a lip oil. How does it look?
It looks nice.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next story?
Yeah.
Because Chrissy Teigen is being unbelievably relatable and saying that she's accepting being 20 pounds heavier.
Oh my God, I read this and totally loved her.
Chrissy Teigen's perfectly fine with being 20 pounds heavier. The 33-year-old supermodel and cookbook author took to Twitter over the weekend to discuss her weight. Burp. Talking with fans, Teigen revealed that she hasn't lost the weight she gained in her last pregnancy. How do you eat like this? The star tweeted. Basically, I'm 20 pounds heavier than I was before Miles. He's 10 months old. I never lost that last bit because I just love food too much. Just coming to terms with my new normal when I had this certain number for so long. Teigen and husband John Legend are often on social media showing their chef skills by preparing delicious meals for themselves and their friends. She also explained what life was like after giving birth to the couple's first child, Luna. Quote, the thinnest I've ever been was right after Luna. Postpartum depression. I'll take these pounds and this feeling.
Right.
That's so interesting.
It's so interesting because she comes from a model background where you have to look a certain way, but at the same time, she's really like, in a very inspiring way, turned herself into like this home brand, and she's always cooking and stuff. So honestly, it wouldn't really make sense if she still like was like that model, tiny, skinny, while also like making fried chicken for John.
Right.
You know, so I appreciate her authenticity in curating a brand.
Right. Also, I hadn't noticed that she's 20 pounds heavier, so good for her. She's just beautiful.
That's true, actually, but also like she's tall and like she looks great.
Right, like
always.
20 pounds on her is like 5 pounds on me, and you do notice it.
Totally. I actually was thinking last night about, it's funny how I only get motivated to like work out like once only at night. And then I wake up and I was like, what was I thinking? You know? It's like when you make a drunk mistake. Like last night I was like, I should work out this week.
Musical Monday.
But then I woke up and I was like, maybe not.
Musical Monday.
Maybe I just open my Open Fit and I'm all good from there, you know?
Yeah. It's a good place to start.
Getting fit and staying healthy always sounds easier said than done, right? True, especially if you say it to yourself at night. OpenFit is bringing you something new that makes it even easier to never miss a sweat session. Lose the commute to the gym and let the workouts come to you. OpenFit takes all the complexity out of losing weight and getting fit. It's a brand new super simple streaming service that allows you to work out from the comfort of your living room in as little as 10 minutes a day.
Streaming?
So maybe we should stream there and then also host like an aerobics class or something.
Let's host our own Musical Monday today.
Totally. It's super simple. Forget all the complexity and stress around getting fit and just press play, work out on your schedule. 600 Seconds with celebrity trainer Devin Wiggins packs the fat-burning, muscle-building, and body sculpting benefits of much longer sessions into a fraction of the time. Right now, during the OpenFit 30-day challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to OpenFit where you can lose up to 15 pounds in 30 days. When you text TOAST to 303030, that's 303030, text TOAST to 303030, you'll get full access to OpenFit, all the workouts and nutritional information, totally free. Again, text TOAST to just 303030.
Nice. I love a good streamy vibe.
I love Chrissy Teigen just being like relatable. I feel like I used to like think she was like annoyingly relatable and just like would say and do stuff for the sake of being relatable.
No, but it was just BuzzFeed pitting her against us.
Right, yeah. Now I feel like she is relatable.
She
you know?
This is really relatable. And
Let's say relatable again.
She seems really happy in her life, you know?
Yeah, she has a full life. Like,
and it's like always like the proof is in the pudding. Like she could talk about being happy or this or that, and it's like this is annoying, but it's how she's living her life that says the most.
Yeah, she's got a nice family,
she's
good
got
career.
Her priorities in order. And remember the time when I don't know where she's at now, but when she wasn't drinking because she was like, I was just getting drunk and like being embarrassing.
And embarrassing John, yeah.
Relatable.
Truly.
Unbelievably.
Did you wake up with a pit on Sunday?
No, I didn't. You know, I really was so measured in my drinking. Plus, I started drinking much earlier in the day. So my pit would have hit me like later in the day. Honestly, I think I really just timed it all out really nicely.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. It's taken years to figure this out.
Perfect
like
formula.
This time last year, I remember I was trying to figure it out at Ben's birthday at his 90s party. And I was like, I'm going to be measured. I can't be hungover because we're starting the toast on Monday. And it didn't work so well.
We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the toast, and honestly, I just like don't know how to feel.
I don't know like how to properly celebrate. So April 9th is the 1 year, so we'll be here obviously doing a show and like being toasty, and we'll probably just take a trip down memory lane.
Okay.
Like back to the first show.
No, oh my God.
How scary.
So scary, such a big face.
Reach, or should I say, back
to literally, literally. Or just like, should I say? Zoom on me. Welcome to the morning toast.
Or should I say back to the first show?
What?
Because I was wearing culottes.
What are you doing with your iPad?
I'm covering my legs.
You were on a really big culotte like jam back then.
I think the key word there is big because culottes were the only thing that fit me right now.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, and they were really comfortable. But it's like, bitch, you're starting a morning show. Who cares about comfort?
Right, no.
Where were my jeans?
You've sold yourself to the Hodeli and Kathy gods, and this is the price you have to pay.
Right, and you know what? I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I've really been stepping up my wardrobe for this show because like dress for the show you want, not the streaming show that you have.
Agreed.
And it's really just, it's been very
humbling.
Positive.
Yeah.
It's been very positive. That first day of the toast is humbling, but you know what?
And like I loved that
said
piece.
Then, the show can only get better.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go.
Well,
except
I loved our Access Hollywood piece, except for the fact that they included clips from the first show. Like, we've come so far, please.
Clips from the first show, and like, if we weren't fat, they weren't interested in the photo.
Right.
Which was hilarious. And it was a nice change of, well, first of all, it was just humbling.
Right.
And it was a nice change of pace.
It's nice you can't forget where you came from.
Right. And it was also like only 6 months ago. And it was a nice change of pace.
No, Jackie, it was a year ago.
No, but like they were using photos from Nashville, which for me
photos.
was
yeah.
personally
an attack.
My biggest.
Yeah.
And it was an attack. But it's like, how does the editor at Access know, like, I'm not going to like this photo? But why were they going back to June? I don't know.
It just seems like extra work for them.
Right.
Yeah, Daily Pop put a making photo of us.
Figured it out. Pussy bow.
Pussy bow, exactly.
Right. Anyways, we'll talk about all of our thoughts on all of this next week. And we're just gearing up for the 1 year, you know? The toast is finally getting its baby teeth.
Truly.
And we're going to start biting. Okay. Next up, Chris Rock rips Jussie Smollett at NAACP Image Awards. So you haven't been here since the Jussie Smollett drama has continued to unfold.
The charges
where
were
the
dropped.
charges were dropped. Some people just assumed he was innocent. Me, naive bitch. No, they were just dropped.
Yeah, there's some shady.
Because he's famous.
There's some shady business going on here, and I loved. Well, so when I was on Access Hollywood this week, there was a lot of speculation about whether Jussie would show up because he was nominated for an Image Award
For supporting actor.
And he was in LA, so they thought he was really going to show up, and I'm glad that he didn't, because honestly, like so much of my mind, my time, my life has been occupied by this story, all for nothing because justice has never been going to be served. But what I thought was really interesting, first of all, what Chris Rock said about the Jussie.
This is what he said. He was hosting the awards. He said, they said no Jussie Smollett jokes. I know. What a waste of white skin. You know what I could do with that
light skin?
It says white skin here.
Oh, I thought it was light.
And then he said, you know what I could do with that light skin, that curly hair? My career would be out of here, fucking running Hollywood. What the hell was he thinking? From now on, you're Jussie. From now on. You don't even get the you no more. That you was respect. You don't get no respect from me.
So true. But then Yara Shahidi came on and she said, I stand with Jussie. And honestly, I just started watching Blackish and I loved it. And this was really disappointing because, like, no.
Yeah, some people on the red carpet said that they believed him too. Like,
I mean, I guess like
Lena Waithe.
I guess now, like, you have to believe him, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
I truly don't know what to think.
Okay, so I believe him, sure. But what about, okay, so those attackers, let's get them.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, so if the charges aren't going to be filed on him, then someone's guilty, right?
It's like if Casey Anthony didn't murder her daughter, then who did? Let's get him.
Right. Great call.
Justice for Nicole Brown Simpson, who killed her.
Right. In the eyes of the law, it's not true. So
whether I believe him or I don't, either way, there's no justice being served.
Well,
there's just Jussie.
There's Jussie. I can't even with this story.
Jussie has been served.
Have you seen the clip going around of this guy who won an award and gave Beyonce a kiss?
Yes.
It was really awkward.
It was.
And he's getting a lot of shit, and like Beyonce looks really visibly uncomfortable. I'm like, it was weird.
It was weird. It was full of weirdness that was weird.
It was weirdness and like a lot of touching.
And like, if he gave a kiss, sometimes you do accidentally come close to the mouth. We've all been there. But he gave a perfectly fine cheek kiss.
Right, it could have been over.
And then another kiss on that
He
side.
went side.
He
went side cheek, hug, and then went again.
And then corner of lip.
Legit.
Of the same side.
Poor Beyonce. She looked so uncomfortable.
She looked so uncomfortable, and it was like she didn't want to be looking uncomfortable because like
she didn't want to be rude.
It's just about like being a woman. You just want to like be a trooper and not make someone feel bad. But it was
and not like have every incident be like I feel whatever.
In that moment, I just like saw her going through like 5 different stages of discomfort.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, back to Jussie. I'm so glad he didn't show up. I'm like really done with him, and like I really hope because he doesn't deserve to ever work in this town again. But I feel like he'll be fine. Do you know? I don't know why I feel that way.
I don't know. I think he'll be fine as a person. I don't think he's going to work again. I don't think anyone, and at first I thought they would totally have him back on Empire because they can't fire him because
he didn't do anything wrong technically.
Right? So they would keep him because also this is such a big story now, like, you know, all press is good press. But apparently Empire had its worst ratings ever last week, which is a sign of people protesting the show. I think they're going to have to cancel the show. There's no way out of this.
No.
Yes, because they can't bring him back.
If Jussie Smollett brought down one of the biggest shows.
Apparently it was already on the decline.
Okay.
And without him, it's a ratings low. I think people are just like, they're done with this show and like, I think it's tarnished.
That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting.
I mean, it's definitely tarnished. And like all of them really came out for Jussie when the incident first happened, like really showing like sign of support, we're a family. And then like nothing was ever heard from the Empire cast like ever again.
Yeah.
I watched an interview where someone asked Cookie about it, and she was just like really brushed it off, like, and didn't really address it head on.
Yeah, because there's nothing.
And it's also it's not her cross to bear.
There's nothing you can say. Also, I'm sure they're friends with him, so like they're not going to publicly bash him.
Also, like, why is it on them to speak on this idiot's behalf?
It's not their. I mean, it's become their cross to bear,
but it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I understand why people would be asking his coworkers. Like, if
I'm just curious
crazy,
what their thoughts are, but I don't feel like it's on them to either like condemn or agree or whatever.
No, but like no matter what they say, it's going to affect the show. So it's just like they're in a lose-lose.
Totally.
And it's all pretty fucking messy, if you ask me.
I mean, the mussiness of it all just is not lost on me. And like honestly, the mussiness is Jussie's cross to bear.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
Speaking of muss and fuss, Northwest had the best day ever while hanging out with Jojo Siwa. Did you watch the video?
Of course.
Okay. You've never seen glitter or rainbows until you've seen the inside of Jojo Siwa's house, and North West can surely attest to this. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's oldest child spent the day with the YouTube star at Jojo's home, where they made glittery slime, played hide and seek, had a dance party, North can do the splits, and looked at cars. She acted as North's caretaker for the day, and the two of them filmed their highly anticipated YouTube video together. The title is Babysitting Northwest. Okay.
Well, first of all, there were so many things about the video that just really shook me. The first is fucking Jojo Siwa's house. I actually have watched her home tour before, and she's like a little weird about her house. Like there are certain rooms that you can't go in. Like
She's pretty NeNe leaks about it.
Yes, because
I want to talk about Closet Gay, by the way.
fine. When they filmed her home tour, she only showed like random rooms. It's like obviously her parents like decorated the other parts of the house that like the
That are
cameras
adult.
aren't allowed.
Yeah.
But like when she was like, North, wait here, and she like went to go get something. Oh no, when she was looking for North in one of the rooms for hide and seek, she told the camera, she's like, stay here, and she went in the room. Like she's weird about rooms in her house.
That's
I noticed
so
that.
weird.
I know. It was very NeNe leaks. And then the second thing I noticed is Northwest is extremely shy.
She was so shy. She was so cute. Oh my God. She's so cute. I can't.
Also, Kim saying that Saint was her favorite.
Was so inappropriate, but you know what?
inappropriate.
It's what you're taught. Like that's all
what
she
I said.
knows.
It's nature over nurture.
We're
like,
gonna recap Kardashians.
Okay.
I need to talk about JoJo and North. First of all, I thought JoJo Siwa was like the youngest kid out here doing it.
No, she's enormous. Like she's like 5 feet.
Compared to North, she's 40 years old.
Yeah.
And it's like if JoJo was looking to get like respect and like, you know, be taken seriously as a mature adult, this was the way to do it because like I thought she was Northwest's age. Until I saw them together.
You know what it is? She is actually really young, but she's like a giant. She's so tall.
Apparently she's 5'9", for reference.
What?
Kim's 5'1".
She's 5'9"?
That's what people were saying.
Hold on. I have to Google that.
It
Jojo
just
Siwa.
like, for me, it was really my first, I just started following JoJo Siwa on Instagram and like watching this video was the first time I'd seen her.
You're right. 5'9", and then her age.
It was my first.
She's only 15. Oh my God, she's fucking 6 feet.
But like, how old is North? 6? I thought they were the same age until I watched this video.
Honestly, they are.
A couple
like,
of 8-year-olds, I thought. But compared to North, JoJo just seems like wise beyond her years.
no, wait, I'm literally shook by the 5'9" of it all.
And it's like I thought someone should be babysitting JoJo Siwa. Like, not
Yeah.
that JoJo Siwa was a babysitter.
No, Jojo Siwa like has a car that she can't drive.
Right. Except like 15-year-olds can drive. Everyone can drive except for me.
Yeah, right.
Anyways,
Oh my God, wait, that's so crazy. I
video-
can't get over the 5'9" of it all.
the video was cute. It was our first foray into like Northwest's personality.
And it was also a very big step towards Northwest becoming the enormous YouTuber she's gonna be.
And like she really was so shy and overwhelmed and cute. And her fucking outfit, like I could die. And you know, like
Her bow and her
you
hair.
know, Kanye doesn't ever let her dress like that.
No.
They got her dressed in the car, like.
like in sparkly skirts, like in their backpacks.
Like if Kanye saw that, he would vomit.
No, it's so true. It's like the opposite of Yeezy season.
And like when she saw the bows and she doubled up,
She's like, do you want one or two? And she was like, double.
she was
She's
so
really fucking precious, honestly.
She was a precious gem of a woman.
Totally.
I
Oh my
love
God,
her.
that's so true about the outfit. And like her big ass ponytail. It's like, do you think
She's always wearing like kid supply.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Neutrals.
totally. Like ripped sweaters with like biker shorts.
Yeah.
But now she got to wear like real kids' clothes from Target.
Yes, I think like that was the gift for her.
Right, she like lives in a house with no furniture. It's like the sunken place.
Right.
But she goes to
She's
JoJo's
not allowed
house.
to make a mess with
JoJo's
slime.
house is like her dream. Honestly, the way Northwest felt at JoJo Siwa's house was probably like how I felt at Wisteria Lane.
100%.
Like meeting your heroes.
And it was clear that North had never made slime before. Like she obviously didn't know what she was doing. We've had more experience with Karina Garcia.
Yeah, honestly, making slime is fucking messy.
hard.
And honestly, I really could see how spoiled Northwest is. She was making such a big fucking mess.
Yeah.
And didn't even look down at the floor to see all the sparkles. You know how hard sparkles are to clean up? JoJo Siwa's mom is still scrubbing the floors.
No, but like JoJo's coming out with like a sparkle cleaner that she's selling on QVC soon.
No, do you want one of JoJo's juice? She was really hawking all the products.
Oh my God,
in front of
and like I'm
Northwest.
sure North has never had juice like that.
Right, no, she only eats like organic salads from that place that she shakes.
But honestly, like JoJo is a thirst monster general. I have nothing but respect for her and
And
what she's built
appreciation.
and what she's done. And like I was reading some tweets where it was like JoJo's offering North tickets to her concert with her friends as if North couldn't just buy every single seat in the place.
North has a box.
And isn't it like at the LA place where her aunt Shelly owns the Forum?
Shelly owns a forum?
I'm pretty sure.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like North was like, bitch, I'm going.
Bitch, please, I'm fine.
Anyways, it was really cute. I loved the collab. I love that it came out on the day of Kardashian's premiere, which actually felt to me like this was actual marketing, trying to reach a younger demographic. Not as young as we thought.
No, but if you think about it, like
But young.
Kim just showing up and doing the video with North, like JoJo's channel is whatever, it's gonna blow up. Like, so Kim should get something out of it too. And Kim did it because, like, first of all, Kim's always staying relatable. She did it because it's North's dream, but she wanted to get something out of it too, so she was promoting the shit out of it, just like fucking JoJo shelling out her bows.
Yeah, I want to know how many views it's up to now, because when I watched, and I probably watched like an hour after it came out, it was only at 26K, which is like kind of embarrassing.
Well, no, when a video goes up and has a lot of views, it doesn't automatically.
Also, it had it, but no, it's been a day. Oh, it's at 1.1 million. Pretty good.
What are her other videos?
Also, they were filming it for Kardashians.
I saw the other cameras in the background.
Her other videos get, oh God, sorry. I don't want to get like copyright Jojo Siwa TV.
Oh my God,
okay,
totally.
she has 3.5 million subscribers. She got her ears pierced again, sponsored by
She only
Claire's.
has 3.5 million subscribers. Not that that's not a lot, but like she's always hanging out with like the YouTubers who have like 15 mil.
I don't know, but she gets between like 100,000 and 2.5 million views on a video.
Oh, so one day having 1 million is a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm shocked. That's like not that much. Just for like the YouTuber status that she is. I guess she's gotten so famous mainstream just because of the way she looks and like acts.
Yeah.
But like James Charles is finally now like known as like a celebrity just because you can't ignore him. He has 15 million subscribers.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and he just fucking kills it. I love watching his videos. I'm totally his sister.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I just loved this. Look how fucking cute
Oh yes,
she is.
Julia Bigiani.
Look how cute she is.
Julia Bigiani made a really good point. Her cameraman was so shaky.
Oh
I was
my God.
so nauseous.
I felt so old.
What the hell was that?
I guess that's her style, like, you know, like the
Like
Z
the
shirt.
Office.
Z shirt.
Yeah.
She is the Z shirt.
Like the cameraman like had a tremor.
You know, but that's her style. It's like Nickelodeon, like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Totally. Do it again.
Whoa, whoa. It's
Yeah, what's this?
shirt.
It's me, Jojo Siwa.
Is it an F shirt?
Oh my God, totally. It was really making me so fucking nauseous.
If you guys haven't seen the Z shirt sketch on SNL with Kevin
It's
Hart
so
from
funny.
5 years ago, you're missing out. You haven't lived.
Oh my God, it was really annoying
I
me.
just got Okay, fifth and final story, a little biz news that's affecting all your favorite snackios.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
Kellogg sells Keebler and Famous Amos to get out of cookies. Kellogg is getting out of the cookie business to focus on snacks and cereal.
Wait, but the cookie is a snack.
It's a cookie.
This is incredibly interesting.
Ferrero will buy Kellogg's Keebler. Rocher. Kellogg's Keebler, Famous Amos, Mother's, Murray's, Girl Scout cookies, and fruit snacks brands for $1.3 billion.
That's shocking that they would offload Girl Scouts because like they're really a popular brand.
And they're like good for like business and just
morale.
Like, yeah. Ferrero makes Nutella, Tic Tacs, and Ferrero Rocher chocolates among other confectionaries.
Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
It's so weird, like the conglomerates, you know? Like fucking Pepsi owns Taco Bell, you know?
Yeah, it is weird. It's full of interesting factoids.
So wait, what is your favorite Kellogg snack that is no longer being like? This is I'm really
You
affected
know,
by
I
this.
fucking
Keebler.
love those Keebler stripes.
Yeah, so fucking good.
So, and I love Famous Amos. When I see that yellow bag,
You know it's in for a good time.
and it's like it's not an assaulting yellow. It's like a nice
it's
clean
yeah,
yellow.
it's like a mauve.
Well,
no.
it's not even.
No, it's a
good.
chartreuse.
It's like a buttery yellow.
It's a butterscotch. Wait, Jackie.
I feel like you're about to say something.
No, I'm gonna say something interesting, but I forgot. Give me 2 seconds.
You asked me what my favorite snack was. So I'm
Oh,
assuming
when you say Keebler, can you think of anything other than
Dancing around like the Keebler
elf? Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. 2, did you know that the guy who made Famous Amos was on Shark Tank this season? Did you watch?
No. You know, Shark Tank hasn't been doing it
I
for
know.
me. And it's because, so I watch E! on Sunday nights in the bedroom, and Zach watches on the couch, he watches Shark Tank. And
Well, you guys are sleeping in separate beds already.
oh, we just really, like, he doesn't like the bed, and I don't like to be on the couch. And it's
Well, I
nice.
had the same thing with Ben.
We have
Literally, he comes
separate
home from work
lives.
and I don't see him.
You know, and it's so nice because, like, it really feels like we don't see each other enough, which is a great place to be in as opposed to, like,
Totally, oversaturation.
cabin fever.
Right.
So I've been loving E! Sunday night programming. We'll talk about Kardashians. And I went, and then the other night he invited me to watch Shark Tank with him on the couch. So I was like, okay, Hubs, that sounds nice. And I went, and I was like, this is like so not interesting and not what it used to be. And it just wasn't doing it for me anymore. So I haven't been watching this new season.
It's gotten like a little stale. Like I never thought, because they have the perfect formula. I never thought like in 10 years, it's like SVU. It's the type of show that doesn't need to change. But I'm kind of like over it.
It's gotten stale. I saw like undies for men last night that had like butt pads in them, and they were taking them so seriously. Mr. Wonderful made a deal.
And I just have a problem with a lot of like the rules on the show. The fact that like if someone offers you something, like you can't entertain anyone else's offer. It's like these are these people's businesses. It's their lives.
No, and they only make that rule for certain people.
Right. Like sometimes if they're feeling threatened, like they'll be like, right now you got to say it. Barbara loves to do that, and nobody listens.
Right. Yeah. Anyways, back to business. Kellogg has been trying to sell off those brands since November. It is said the brands weren't a good fit with the rest of the company's offerings, and the company had difficulty devoting the resources necessary to compete in the crowded cookie market. Last year, the businesses Kellogg is selling to Ferrero brought in about $900 million in sales, but only $75 million in operating profit. Quote, divesting these great brands wasn't an easy decision, said Steve Callaghan, Kellogg's CEO, in a statement. Now, that sounds like a nice job.
I just can't imagine, like, Kellogg's not being like a successful brand. Like, I mean, I go grocery shopping here in New York. I went grocery shopping when we were in Utah, and they had Keebler all over the place. Like, there really are in every home in America.
Yeah.
How is it not successful?
No, it is successful, but I think that they're saying they weren't able to dedicate a lot of resources to it. So, like, this year, they made $900 million without probably any good new commercials, this or that.
That's true. They used to have the little elves in the oven and the cookies in the little lodge.
Right. They got into Mr. Deeds, dancing around like the Keebler elf.
Exactly.
And now that's been put on the back burner. It still makes money, but they're going to give it to a company. Well, they're going to sell it at a profit to a company that's going to make it a priority. It's going to be happy to have them. Because it seems like Kellogg's trying to move to like snacks and cereal. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to become healthier.
But isn't Kellogg's also General Mills?
No.
I don't know. The conglomerates, it's just never ending.
General Mills is like a separate conglomerate.
Competitor of Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like the Kellogg's of General Mills.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, what else does Kellogg's own?
Fruit Loops, Rice Krispies.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Pringles.
Pringles?
Pop-Tarts, Cheez-Its, Club Crackers.
Club Crackers
how
are good.
How are those profitable?
No, Club Crackers are definitely less profitable than Kellogg's.
Advertising.
Yeah, but they're good. Club Crackers. They're actually delicious.
Yeah, they're good at like when you're at a club.
It's like an elevated Ritz.
Yeah. Even though Ritz are fine just the way
Ritz
that
is the
they
perfect
are.
formula.
Why do we have to change them?
No, we don't. Wow, what an interesting business news segment.
Yeah, just something that you should know when you're like picking up a local Keebler's cookie at your local supermarket. Also, we don't have a sixth story, but if we did, it would be the fact that Elon Musk released a song today called R.I.P. Harambe, and it's a fucking bop, and it's hilarious, and I just think it's so sweet. And I know everyone's saying he's on drugs, and maybe this is an April Fool's prank.
Right.
But you know what? If this is him on drugs, like this is the worst of him. Other people like go on drugs, and then they like punch someone in the face or like get a DUI, and he gets like high and writes a song about Harambe.
Right. No, he honestly.
This is the tech entrepreneur we need.
This is a real like inside look into the soul of Elon Musk, and I feel like he's a good person.
Yeah, it's like at his craziest and worst, he just wants to sing about Harambe.
No, and at his worst, like he just doesn't want the memory of like a good gorilla to be forgotten.
Right, and like that's something I can respect.
I was having this conversation with Ben yesterday, and like I really don't understand like how humans came from apes. Can you explain it? And like also like how humans came from apes, but like also there are still apes around. Like why didn't they turn into humans?
That's true.
It's like the whole evolution of like that diagram. It's like an ape, and then he turns into a man.
Hillary Duff metamorphosis.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
Like, is that real or is that like a science myth?
Okay. Society has accepted that it is real. And now some people who are religious are like, well, no, Adam and Eve were just plopped down on earth, like as humans. But science and religion have come together to figure out a way to make both make sense. And that's the school that I subscribe to. Which is that like Adam and Eve were apes.
What?
No, I don't know. But there is a way because I believe in Adam and Eve, but there's a way that you can believe in Adam and Eve and evolution.
I just don't get how an ape could turn into a man.
The world has accepted that evolution is what
that
happened.
Evolution, the ape thing?
Yes.
Well, I believe in evolution too.
Right. And so you are an ape.
See, I don't get that, you know?
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on it because I don't understand it fully either. I just have accepted it because, like, I once watched that movie where they argue about it for a long time in court.
Yes. Speaking of crazy things.
What's that called?
I don't know.
I need to find it. The movie about evolution, or is it a book?
Speaking of the crazy things people believe, I'm going to Clearwater, Florida this weekend. Actually, I'm doing 2 shows. Head to girlwithnojob.com for tickets in Orlando and Clearwater, which is almost sold out. And Clearwater is apparently the HQ for Scientology.
I heard from you.
And someone messaged me. They're like, be careful. They send their spies to like local people who perform to make sure you're not like joking and that you're not a suppressed person.
Oh my God.
And honestly, I was scared when I read it, but now I didn't even know that. I wish that girl didn't tell me because now I literally can't stop talking about Scientology. And you know what? I'm going to fucking talk about it. Did you find out what you were looking for?
I don't know, and I can't remember if it's a book or a movie.
Explain it.
Okay, so it's like, I guess it was a court trial where they put it on trial, creationism versus evolution.
Wow, you watch some boring shit. I had no
but
idea.
it was like something I had to watch in school.
And why is The Big Bang Theory called The Big Bang Theory?
It's a
the
book
show?
/ play, someone said. Yeah, it's totally a play.
Jackie, why is The Big Bang Theory on CBS called that?
Like
I know what The Big Bang Theory is. Like someone thinks like the world just banged and the world came.
It was big and it banged.
But why do they call that stupid show that? Because they're
I
scientists?
don't know, and I don't want to find out.
Yeah, no, the less I know about that show, I think the more pure my mind will stay.
Yeah, I guess it was Edwards versus Aguilard, but that doesn't ring a
Why
bell.
do you know that? You're a freak.
I don't know, but I don't know.
What are you going to eat after this?
This is like The Farm on Riverdale. You're not caught up on Riverdale.
I'm officially done watching Riverdale, and you know what? I feel like my life is really just lighter.
I'm enjoying it. Like, it's not like Dynasty where I'm like, if I don't watch it, I can't ever talk to Snitch again. But
Right.
I'm enjoying it.
What are you going to eat after the show?
Everything? No, just kidding. I'm going to start to be good because we're going to Coachella, and like, I just
my
don't
God,
want to be.
forgot we're
I don't
going
want
to
to be the
Coachella.
biggest person there.
Okay, Jackie and I are going to Coachella. Coachella. Honestly, that's what it is because I get so much fucking chub rub at my cooch. No, we're going to Coachella, and we're going to be partnering with Privé Revaux sunglasses. And I just ordered 75 pairs, and she's like, send over your bags. I'm like, okay, I'll send over the whole website.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm really excited, actually. I feel like we went once, we learned what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going back with the right type of parking pass, the right type of outfits, the right scheduling. Like, you go once, there's a learning curve with Coachella.
Yeah.
Now we're going back with, I think, a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
And a fresh set of sunglasses, courtesy of Privé Revaux.
also, I'm just pissed we're not going the second weekend because that's when
I know.
Kanye's doing his church.
I'm really upset because I'm Jewish, but I would totally be in there.
Oh my God, I was watching Kim's videos yesterday of church, and I forget which song that they were singing, but it was so good. I was smiling. Like, everyone in the choir looked so happy. And when they were on the plane and they found out they were doing Coachella, like,
oh wait.
And by the way, when Zach was here, when we were just
Were
talking
those
about
people on the plane the band members?
Yes.
Oh, where were they going?
I don't know.
I was like, what is this plane?
When Zach was here, we were talking about
Well, now I want to rewatch it.
Kanye's church, and he was saying, like, I feel like this is a tour rehearsal and they're going to take it on tour. Like, this is going to be his next tour.
Oh.
And I was like, that would be so cool, but I didn't believe it. But with Coachella, like,
maybe they're trying to test
they're
it.
an act, and they're going on the road.
Totally, they're like the Blue Man Group.
I'm so here for it. I think you know what? The world could use, like, a little more
Gospel.
faith. A little more
I listen
faith.
to a lot of music. I was listening to a song that I've been listening to for a while, and it's You Say I Am Lost. And
Lauren Daigle?
Today I was listening. Is that a Christian song?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm like really drawn to Christian music as a Jewish person.
So drawn to Christian music.
I love that song.
I love that song. I love her, Lauren Daigle. That one song really has crossed over into the mainstream, so you didn't even, like, it was really, like, subliminal.
But like Francesca Battitelli, we love her.
It's all so good. It's so good.
Even Lauren Elena,
we should go to a Christian music festival.
Okay, like, I just think that might be like taking it a little too far, just like as Jews.
But the music is good, and you know what? They're singing about God. I'm here. We think about it differently, but you know what? We're still singing about God.
Right, and it's the same book.
Yeah, and Jesus was a Jew, so.
We're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's all.
Kardashians.
Oh, yes, okay. So many things that I want to talk about in Kardashians. Season premiere.
Mm-hmm.
1, Kanye doing interviews.
Yes, so exciting. However, it was like a Trojan horse. They used Kanye doing interviews to serve us an episode about Kourtney's anxiety over a breakup.
Yeah, it was so stupid. But I like how they kept talking, like, very meta, breaking down the fourth wall, being like, he's like, I never wanted to do these, what are they called?
Yeah.
Interviews. They have such an interesting dynamic. Kim is really different around Kanye than she is everyone else. She talks differently, too. Like, when she was in the back car, she was like, that's whack. And I was like, no, Kim, stop. Like,
but she was also being like, just like, you don't want to say anything to, like, wake the beast of Kanye.
Right.
But she also was able to, like, she could talk straight to him. And she
Yeah.
was right. Like, he doesn't really have anyone else who
no,
was having
but
his
they
back.
definitely have an interesting dynamic where, like, she's in charge. And, like, he says stuff and, like, looks at her to make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
Which is the way a marriage should be.
Which is, yeah. She is in charge which is perfect because it allows him. When she said he was a free thinker, he was, like, so turned on. It was, like, the best thing anyone could ever say about him.
No, totally.
I think they're so cute. They definitely had a rough time in Chicago, and I feel like this episode is going to be about, like, rockiness between them. I think that ultimately they're going to be fine, but it must be hard when,
It's also just so interesting, the evolution of Kanye in relation to the show, because when they first met, he was never on it, didn't want North on it, and, like, slowly but surely, like, it's becoming all about them.
Right, and the show is really, like, he really looked down on the show, and
Yes.
now the show is really the vessel through which they get out their true stories. It's like, even when something happens, whether it's Taylor Swift or Jordan Woods, like, they'll wait the 6 months until it comes out on the show, and then they are justified, and I think he really expects...
I think he thought it was, like, trashy when they first met and, like, wanted nothing to do with it, but I think literally, like, Yeezy has, like, made millions of dollars from that show.
Yeah, no, and it's like the only way to get your truth out there. And I think that's also why he's always on Kim's Instagram stories. Like it's better that she's posting about this and getting the word out about what he's doing rather than like the media picking up on one piece of it.
Totally.
So it's good. Anyways, I'm obsessed with that Palm Springs house that Kris Jenner bought.
Oh my God,
and
the nicest house ever.
To watch What Happens Live when Kourtney was about to spill, then she was saying, well, Kris just bought a vacation house, and Khloe kind of like shut her up. And it turns out it was in Palm Springs. I thought it was going to be in like Bora Bora or something.
Well, what's so interesting is that they're all so rich, and none of them have secondary homes. They all have one huge house in Calabasas. Kanye has an apartment in New York, and that's it.
Well, I mean,
and I think that's so weird.
And it's so much nicer to go away somewhere and have everything taken care of, and you don't have to worry about like plumbing and stuff. But because Palm Springs is so close. They'll be able to use it so often, and that makes me think that they're all going to go to Coachella and like maybe Stagecoach.
You know, but it's like
I would go to every festival if I had a house.
It's just like a rich person thing to do because you like invest in properties and you have people to maintain it for you. And I always thought it was just so interesting how like none of them have secondary homes. And the fact that Kris Jenner is the one who bought the house, it is the nicest house. It's literally huge. And they didn't show the outside.
Of course
Usually
not.
they pretend.
Yeah.
Or like they'll show the back.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't. They just showed the living room.
They showed the back because we got the pool, which was really fun. They were drinking a lot, and you know what they needed? They needed BruMate because honestly, those drinks looked warm.
Those drinks looked warm.
BruMate combines fashion with function. No more boring drinkware. Unlike other brands that only cater to the outdoorsman or outdoor fanatic, BruMate has stylish solutions for everyone. So it's something that you put your wine in, keeps it cold, keeps it cute looking. There are over 30 color options to choose from, including matte, glossy, and glitter finishes to match your drink of choice, style, and personality. Oh, I just say wine, but you could put any drink.
Right, like you say wine, but like anyone, they can put a Fresca.
There's literally like wine, like bottles that you could put a whole wine bottle in and keep it cold. And then they also have just glassware, so you can keep your drinks cold in your cup. Like I saw they were using like
just thin plastic cups.
But they could have used BruMate. And you know what? Maybe that would have just like had... Actually, the trip did look fun. The drinks did look warm.
It did. The drinks looked icy and watery.
Right now, BruMate is giving our listeners a special discount of 15% off your first order when you go to www.brumate.com and use our code TOAST. That's 15% off when you use our code TOAST at brumate.com. Don't let summer heat ruin your drink. Go to brumate.com and beat the heat this summer. Get 15% off your first order by using our code TOAST at brumate.com. That's BRUMATE.com, code TOAST. Highly recommend. I just got mine and it's so cute and pink and sparkly, and it's like I prefer to have that in a picture than like a plastic ugly cup.
You know who was really pissing me off this episode? Larsa Pippen. She was being so boring, and like when they were all getting turned doing karaoke and Malika and Khadijah were just like on their hands and knees twerking, she was just like standing around. Like she's so lucky to be there, and like I feel like she just doesn't even care.
Yeah.
Like I would have turned that party on its fucking nose, you know?
I know, and she like really gets to be everywhere, and I just wonder what she brings to the table. She did seem like she was giving some good advice.
She was a good listener, I guess.
Yeah. And
this Kourtney storyline, like I would have rather have watched double the amount of time of MJ and Scott than I would have Kourtney. Okay, sorry, am I supposed to feel bad for someone who is going through a breakup? Like it's very normal. You had this boyfriend. Like please, you weren't even half as devastated when you and Scott broke up. Like this wasn't a real relationship. It's such bullshit. Like
so stupid. And you know what? Like if you're gonna give me someone's like fake anxiety, like I've accepted Kendall's, you know?
Right.
And like you know what? I get it. I see it. She seems very anxious, but like to be like, I'm so anxious after this breakup. No, that's not anxiety. That's called just being dumb.
Sad. Yeah. No, like celebrities, especially I feel like Kourtney, like they use the A word because they think it's like
it excuses everything. It's just
poor
called
behavior.
Being sad.
No, totally.
Seasonal effectiveness disorder.
She's like, I love how I can't eat as she's eating like $300 escargot, you know?
Totally.
That was funny. Wait, something really interesting that I noticed this episode was Khloe and her eating choices, because they're always just eating salads. When they were out to dinner and Kourtney was eating escargot, Khloe was eating spaghetti. In the car, Khloe was eating a slice of pizza.
Interesting.
Yeah, and she's like, this is like the thinnest she's ever been, but the first time I'm seeing her not eat salads. They're always eating salads.
And she also was the only one who didn't get into the pool and into a bathing suit, which it's just something that I noticed.
Kourtney looks so good.
Being a girl who like never gets into the pool.
No, being a girl who often thinks about how horrifying it would be to be in a bathing suit on camera.
But I feel like she's been in a bathing suit. Like she's never looked better. She's been in a bathing suit before. I was just curious. I was like, that windbreaker looks really hot.
Do you think it's weird that she calls her baby mama?
About True?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's
think
confusing.
Of the things that we call
I know, it's just
Theo.
confusing.
Precious gem of man.
Right.
Beautiful man.
It's just like misleading.
Man, lovely man. Is it weird that you call your dog a man?
No, he is a man. What else happened?
Exactly. True is a mama.
I kind of feel bad for MJ.
Me too.
It's like Chris really moved her out there to make Chris feel better. Like I guess she had some guilt about her mom being a few hours away and like not visiting as much. So she took advantage of when MJ was sick once and just moved her fucking house to like not even a nice apartment. I don't even know what that was. And I don't know, I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for it too. I love the friendship between her and Scott. I love Scott. I love his happiness, and therefore I love Sophia Richie because like she's given us the best Scott that Scott can be.
I totally agree, and it's almost
and they've
like
been together for so long now, and they are so legit. I hope they get engaged and have babies.
yeah, but it's like I almost just, like love also how Scott is thriving when like Courtney was obviously the one who broke up with him, and like Courtney's like flailing. She was dating that really ugly rapper.
Yeah,
and I don't even think they're still together.
And
but
like she was rumored to be dating Justin Bieber. Like there's just nothing more embarrassing than that.
Totally. So I just like he won. He came out on top when like she was so mean to him for so many years.
And all the odds were stacked against him. He at one point he legit had nothing and no one, and now he's made this really nice life for himself where he's still involved in the family and like the sisters like him, MJ, like he'll never be ostracized.
On the outs. Yeah, and he started a brand called Talentless.
Cool.
It's like comfy sweats.
Oh yeah.
And they were in that giveaway that Chloe did. Remember like that Louis Vuitton giveaway that Courtney did too. Follow all these accounts. Becca Kufrin's weird clothing brand was in it, and Talentless was in it too.
Perfect. I hope it does well.
Me too.
I personally can't afford to spend that on clothes that I'm not going to wear on the toast.
Also, it's a great name.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, I'm just excited that Kardashians is back, but like there was so much hype around it and excitement, and then you turn it on and it's just like Courtney complaining, and I was like, how did they fool us once again?
Yeah, no, like how
it
did
felt
we
like
come
a
so far?
Trojan horse.
I just like I hate Courtney. It's also crazy how little Kylie films. And Kendall too, she was like barely in this episode. But Kendall I feel like doesn't film because she's literally so uninteresting that like what could they film of her?
Yeah.
Whereas Kylie has the most interesting life, but I don't think she takes $1 from the show and just shows up when she wants.
Yeah, which I'm happy for her. I wouldn't want to see her filming and know that she doesn't want to be there, like when they're trying to beg Courtney to film.
Do you feel like any of the sisters are resentful that Kylie doesn't film because like she's this billionaire and
she has all of this because of the show.
She's
Yet
self-made,
she doesn't
whatever. But like she grew up on the show. People know who she was because of the show. The show has always been the backbone of their business, and so she reached a level and just decided not to do it.
I don't think so because I think for them they know that like she would be so unhappy doing the show, and then. I think a lot of the sisters like love doing. I think Chloe loves doing the show. I think she gets so much from her. I think it's fun for her. I think she's naturally good at it.
I think whereas I think a lot
Kylie,
of her good American.
Gives her a lot of anxiety to do it. So it's like, why would I want to put you in a situation? It would be like if I was asking Snitch to co-host the toast and she hated doing it.
Right.
I wouldn't like be mad at her for not doing it.
Do you feel like part of Chloe's Good American deal because she doesn't own Good American? I think Nordstrom owns a good part of it. That other girl that she works with owns a good part of it, and she does. And I bet a lot of her deal has to do with promoting it on the show because she was at the Good American shoot, like always just talking about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's good. I don't think it's part of her deal, but I think rising tides raise all ships, and like she wants Good American to do well, and putting it on the show will help it do well.
It does well. It's everywhere.
It is. Hannah G is using a Good American pop socket.
Saw.
It looks so corporate. It looks like CA from Dynasty.
It's not a good
It's not a good logo at all.
I agree.
It doesn't show anything of what the brand stands for. Like, it looks like fucking corporate. We're going to CES this year.
Did you read the New York Times article about the Kardashians?
No.
It was all about just like their money, and like all the different ways they make money and the revenue streams. But they did address, like Jamila Jamil is like going in hard on them for the
Fit tea.
Because like apparently I've never drank Fit tea, but if you do, it gives you like crazy diarrhea, and like that's how you lose weight. But they don't tell you that, so you just like drink it thinking it's going to curb your appetite. Well, next thing you know, you're like curled over a toilet.
At least you're losing weight. Mm-hmm. At least it doesn't lie about the results.
Right, I guess right. But so
it's like you drink it and you gain weight.
They very directly, the New York Times, like asked the Kardashians like if they feel any sort of remorse, like taking money from this company that like really is like not so healthy, and they were just like, no, that's so silly. People are always trying to come for us. They really don't give a shit.
Yeah, good for them, nor should they. And like, it's not like they're the only people advertising with Fit Tea. Like, take this on with Fit Tea. Do an American Greed episode about Fit Tea.
I downloaded the Daily Mail app.
If you're not going to come for like Emily Ratajkowski and Bella Hadid for promoting Fire Festival, then why are you coming at the Kardashians for promoting Fit Tea?
I was watching. I downloaded the Daily Mail app just like to like browse for stories, and legit, they had a sponsored Fit Tea ad. Like that's a huge conglomerate.
I think the bigger question is where are they getting all this money?
Very
American
important.
Greed.
Oh, makes you think.
I'm gonna send you in there. I'm just always looking for the next big scheme,
Okay. What do you think it is?
Predict. Shit, I feel like I've had some good ideas, but I actually do think that some of these Instagram brands, like where they're getting their money, I feel like some of them could be definitely a front.
Like which ones?
Fit Tea. Well, I'm not gonna say Fit Tea, but any brand that like advertises with the Kardashians, like that's so expensive.
Yeah.
So if it's a new brand, like where did you just get all this money? How did your investors just let you drop $1 million?
Who else advertises with them? Oh, Sugar Bear.
Yeah, but Sugar Bear doesn't seem so fishy to me. People say maybe like look into Fashion Nova, but I think people really shop there. I think it's a great business.
I think it's like a very much in the green. Mm-hmm. And I heard Amber Rose is a part owner in it. They have stores now. Like, no, they kill it. And they started with small influencers.
Yeah.
And then every now and then they drop $1 million on Kylie.
Yeah, I think that they're very legit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, did you see that Ultra turned into Fire Festival?
Yes. Oh my God. I feel really grateful that like, I know that could never happen to me because I'm like the antithesis of Ultra. I would never go to Ultra. So I'm happy that it can never happen to me, but I feel bad for all those people who had to walk 5 miles.
Yeah, 4, but yeah.
Treacherous.
And
at
they
night,
were like all probably on
drugs.
Molly.
Totally.
I'm sure it made it better. I'd rather, if I'm gonna do that walk, like I'd rather be like drunk and like having a good time than dead sober and miserable.
So Ultra's like on an island, I guess, and they had like a shuttle system.
Yeah.
That was just not good.
It was just not equipped. Like usually at a festival, everyone leaves at the end. So even if you have buses that are going at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, you're gonna need all the buses.
Right.
So it didn't suffice. And I guess they made it better for Saturday. They said they were gonna get it in place. It wasn't totally a fire festival because at least there was a festival. It was like just people were a little stranded. But it happens. At least like the walk was only 4 miles. It wasn't like 10.
Yeah. And like how did the artists get back? Just fine, you know?
Yeah, well, they had their own cars.
Right.
If you had a car.
But I guess you can't drive to Ultra.
No, and Ultra wasn't letting Ubers on the island. Like that was their policy because it would have been so congested.
Totally. I mean, the festivals are like some of the most disorganized, even like the good ones. Like even Coachella, they have their shit together, but it's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's like that Neon Carnival where you have to take buses. Imagine if everyone left at the same time and there weren't enough buses.
No, I will not be going, but did you know they're doing a Neon Carnival at Stagecoach this year?
Oh,
so
I would
maybe
go
we'll
to
think
that.
about going. Yeah.
That's just, I don't know why that sounds more fun. It's just the people, like the people at Coachella. I just can't believe we're going to meet those people.
I know.
It's
But
fine.
we'll make it fun. We'll make it our own.
Yeah, well, always. And you know what? Like we said, like if this is the industry we want to be in, like part of that is Coachella.
Yeah, and we very much
And at
like
least
to...
Ariana's going to be there.
We like to consider ourselves the epicenter of all things cool, and Coachella, unfortunately, is cool, so we have to be there.
Yep. I need to get clothes.
So, for Coachella. I thought you meant like right now, like are you leaving?
No, I'm going to like browse the internet, but I don't know what my vibe is.
Me too. You know what? I didn't order from Toby, and it was pretty good, except I have to return one thing, and I can't figure it out. Like, if there's no label in the
just
back,
keep it.
but it was $80. Like, if it was $30, I would be like, oh, okay. No, it was $80, and like, I want to fucking return it.
Yeah.
But like, I gotta get a printer.
Oh.
Who has time?
Good luck, my friend. Well, thank you all for tuning in.
Yes, I'm gonna be in Orlando and Clearwater, Florida, my last Florida leg of this tour. So head over to girlwithnojob.com to get your tickets.
Yes, and we'll be back this week, celebrating 5th anniversary next week. We have a really special guest that we're filming a podcast-only episode with at the end of the week.
Oh, really? It's podcast only?
Yeah, we're going to her hotel. It's like a whole thing now.
Oh my God,
I'm
wait,
really
I'm
excited.
shook.
And we'll tell you who it is soon, just
And
like
so I don't
just in
like
case
to
it doesn't
jinx it.
happen, right?
Yeah.
That's like so fucking sad.
Like Joey King, that happened to us.
Right.
Well, we announced it
It's
and I
like-
never heard from her again.
But I feel like we rarely announce things, and every time that we do, it doesn't happen. Lady
Yeah.
Gang. Whatever happened.
We just scheduling conflict. Like,
I watched Colton on Lady Gang last night.
how was it?
Oh my God. First of all, they actually might be more obsessed with him than we are, and they gave him the respect that he deserves. They were treating him like a king, like that. And I feel like he never gets treated that way. Like
No.
everyone's like, fucking
Virgin.
for that girl. She doesn't like you, bro.
Right.
And they were just like having so much respect for him, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And he was like trying to talk sex and like, it was cute.
Stop.
But and like they didn't even call him out, being like, bro, you were a virgin until a month ago.
I like love him, but Cassie's ruining him for me. I don't follow her on Instagram, and Margot keeps sending me like stories, like cringy ones, and it's really making it hard for me to like stay in love with him because I really love and respect him, but like she's not good.
They're good, they're cute. You have to remember they're a little bit like younger than us, so they're just like that's what the kids do these days. And all I can recommend is that you don't watch it because it'll ruin them for you. And like I love them. I don't want you to be like done with them. Just don't watch it. Just ignore. Like just look at the photos.
Tell Margaret to stop sending it.
Don't watch the stories. Just look at the photos. Like you can deal with the photos.
Fine.
But the videos, oh my God, they're such torture.
Okay, well the Millennial Morning Show goes live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube, so thank you for hanging out with us here. If you're listening to this as a podcast, hello, hope we sound nice. We are available as a podcast as well. You can find us anywhere podcasts can be listened to, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere else. Thank you so much for listening to us, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.